At the first urban mini roundabout in Missoula, Montana, at the intersection of Scott and Toole. This was installed about 2 months ago. It's December 30th, 2014, and this is working pretty well. In the first 2 months there have been, we believe, 3 fender benders, no injuries. That still seems too high of a crash rate for a roundabout. And we believe at MIST that it's due to the geometry not being as good as it could be. People have to slow to come in, but a couple of these exits seem to be designed that you can accelerate a little too quick on the exit. By definition, an urban mini roundabout fits into a tight space. So the geometry may not be as perfect as a true urban single-lane roundabout. At MIST, we're very interested in putting some effort and energy into finding the best geometry and design for all types of roundabouts. And in many cases, we think that slowing down motor vehicles more than what many engineers and planners design for is very desirable, especially in an urban situation where you do have cyclists and pedestrians and more compact land uses. But the safety and comfort of all people is more important than speed of drivers. It's a balance that can be achieved, and people throughout the country and world are working on and working towards. This used to be a two-way stop. The side street Scott there, and coming from the south, used to stop for this cross traffic on, actually this is Spruce. Well, that says Scott Spruce, the other one says Scott Toole. This may be where the road changes name. A lot of our local buses go through this roundabout, as the bus depot or the repair warehouse is north here on Scott Street. As an urban mini roundabout, by definition, the middle island is fully traversable or mountable. Big trucks can go right over it. Any big vehicles can go right over the center. We did advocate fairly strongly to make the center mountable island a permeable island with bricks, whether it was clay, ideally, or even concrete paving stones, for aesthetics, long-term cost savings, and some water drainage in the middle. The city did not feel comfortable doing that with this roundabout and wanted it to be very strong and more conventional with a concrete slab. In this case, there was stamped and colored concrete, which tends to improve aesthetics, but you also have to use some fairly toxic sealers when you color concrete most often. Even the parts of the splitter island are mountable. The parts that have the snow on them there, right in front. Then you have your crosswalk, still set 1 car length back from the yield line. And then the nose of the splitter island is not mountable. Still to come at this urban mini roundabout is some pedestrian scale lighting on the corners. Ideally, the lighting would be put in the same time that the roundabout opens. But that's not always possible to coordinate perfectly construction schedules. So overall, at MIST, the Missoula Institute for Sustainable Transportation, we find this roundabout's working fairly well. It could be improved with slightly better geometry, aesthetics, and the permeability can happen on the splitter islands and the traversable central island. You can see how some cars are passing fairly close and tight. That's partly due to the change in road. Anytime a construction project happens and different patterns emerge for traffic, it can be expected that there'll be a fender bender or two, though we don't take that as a given. That good design is successful and works right from the start. Get in touch with us if you have insights or ideas for making roundabouts and all transportation better. Our website is strans.org. We're strong advocates of roundabouts at MIST, mainly due to their incredible safety record compared to traffic signals and to some degree compared to stop signs. Any collisions are low speed and at angles that tend to not have people injured. Eyes are on each other. All turns are right turns, and if the geometry is done right, then speeds are moderate, even low, and that is a big factor in making roundabouts safe. They also give priority to pedestrians. Any pedestrian on a corner or at the splitter island has right of way, and drivers yield. That person didn't quite need to stop there. Better be safe than sorry, and slow or stop, rather than being aggressive and trying to shoot a gap. There's 3 modern single-lane roundabouts in Missoula, 1 double lane, and it's actually a single lane with 4 slip lanes, and then this urban mini roundabout right here, and then over 50 neighborhood traffic circles. So this stream of cars is continuing to come in. A true roundabout, this driver of the truck would have been able to enter sooner. So still considered leaps and bounds better than the old configuration, and we have videos of that on the MIST and Free Cycles YouTube channel. We'll continue to do more filming at different times of day and times of year of various configurations of streets and trails and paving and plazas and Missoula and beyond.